Hi everyone, this is Claudine Hellmuth, and I've got another fun stenciling technique for you today. Today we are doing reverse stenciling, and these are my new stencils out with Ranger, so we're going to be using one of these. I've got Paris, beautiful flowers, bird cages, houses, and I love these birds on a wire. So I think we're going to use these repeating flowers for this technique because it's nice to get it all over repeat. And reverse stenciling is really inking up using acrylic paint your entire stencil. You want a brayer for this. The Ranger Inky Roller works great. Then you will also want the Extra Time Slow Dry Medium. And what this does is slows down the drying time of the paint, which will enable us to print the entire stencil. You'll need some acrylic paint, and I have here the Claudine Hellmuth Studio paint. I'm just going to use Modern Red for this technique. It comes all of my acrylic paints with Ranger come both in this size, which is a 2-ounce size, or the mini size, and you could use either one of those, and of course any color that you like. So to get started for this technique, we're going to need to mix together the Extra Time and the Modern Red. And so I'm just going to put some out here. So this is the Extra Time, which is going to slow down the drying time of the paint. And then this is the paint. And you're also going to want a surface to print onto. And if you've seen my other stenciling video, you'll notice that I use white gift tissue, and I'm going to use that again for this technique. So this is just white gift tissue that you get at the drugstore or wherever in the gift giving area. And I just really like how transparent it is and how you can layer it. So I'm going to take my inky roller and I'm going to brayer through the Extra Time and the paint to get it nice and easy. Once you ink up the back of your stencil, you need to immediately press your gift tissue or whatever paper you're using on top. So now I've got this really nice and smooth. And I'm going to come here so I'm away from the inked area. And I'm just going to ink it up, brayer it on all over the surface. And this isn't really thick. See how you can still see the surface of the stencil through the paint. So it's not thick, giant globs of paint. It's a very sheer area. And then I'm going to take my gift tissue and press it down. And I'm going to take another inky roller that doesn't have anything on it and make sure it's got good adhesion and nicely printed. And then I'm just going to lift it up. And you can see here it has printed the reverse. It really makes a very interesting batik look. Now you can see here the center of the flowers printed a little bit, and that's because I didn't move it from the initial inked up area where maybe some ink got down in that area. So a way to avoid that, let's print another one. I'm just going to clean up that area. So a way to avoid that is to ink up over in one area. And if I hadn't added the Extra Time, my paint would be completely dry by the time I got around to putting the tissue paper on it. So I inked up in that area, and then I move it to a clean area on my craft sheet. I get the tissue paper, brayer it on, and you're going to get a little bit cleaner look. But I don't mind it. We'll compare and contrast the two different ones. So there we go. So now you can see here. So here are the two versions that are printed. So you can see one has the center of the flowers that printed, and then this one. So you can see this would make a great background for an ATC, a tag, anything like that. You could even use it on your canvas. You could repeat this over and over again to cover a much larger area. So you can also combine direct stenciling and reverse stenciling for an even more layered look.